Good morning, pals. Welcome back to 100 Days, 100 Miles. And today we are back on that $100 treadmill. I'm Tanya, and today we're going to talk about doing some experiences at Disneyland that are not inside of the park, but are still definitively Disney experiences. And we're going to do some work on those Valentine ears. So let's take a walk. Okay, pals, you ready to get this going? Let's start the countdown. Come on, everybody. Here we go. And let's ramp it up. Well, hi there, pals. Welcome back to day 41. I am impressed with all of us. Really glad that you are continuing on this journey with me. I think you could see in the videos that Chris and I have been doing outside recently that I'm surprising myself with how comfortable I am going hiking, knowing that I know I can do a mile continuously. You know, I'm not climbing mountains or anything, but I don't feel like like I did a month 40 days ago that, you know, where I would look at something and say, oh, I'm not sure if I can handle that. You know, my body hurts, my knees hurt, my back hurts. I'm not sure that I can attempt that thing. I don't want to be definitely, you know, outside on a trail and get a half a mile out somewhere and be so, you know, be hurting and feel like I'm holding other people back and things like that. So I'm definitely feeling a lot better about just my abilities in general. And as you guys have seen, it's literally doing nothing other than walking on this treadmill at home every day. And that's translating into the rest of my life. So it's, I'm really starting to look forward to doing that upcoming Disney trip so that I can really see how this translates to 14 miles in a day. So as I said in the opening, we're going to go ahead and look at some things today that you can do outside of the park that are still like definitively Disney experiences to do. And because a lot of people, like what Chris and I do, we plan our Disney trips and we always have off days. So we have days that we are just hanging around the pool at the hotel, or we are spending a day doing something in downtown Disney, or we're spending a day doing something around Anaheim. But if you want to do something that is very Disney to do, and this would be like things that you can like do with your kids that would be, or your friends or whatever, that are very Disney experiences, but you don't have to pay to go into the park that day. You just have to pay for this experience. And so what I'm talking about are like those character dining experiences. And I'll show you what those are. We're going to open the Disneyland Resort website. So that Disney.go that we've talked about. And we're going to click the hamburger button, the 3 lines in the top left for the drop-down menu. And third down, pick things to do. Third down, pick character dining. Here's where it gives you kind of a breakdown of what character dining is and the places that you can do it. So there is theme park character dining in Disneyland, so you can do an added extra in Disneyland if you want to. There is, but then those three that we're talking about that are outside of Disneyland and in the hotels, which are at the Grand Californian and at the Disneyland Hotel. And this is where if we click on each one of these, so Mickey's Tale of Adventures and Storyteller's Cafe. And this is where we can scroll down a little bit and it tells us what to expect for pricing right there in meal pricing. So breakfast menu is $35 to $60 per adult. Brunch menu is over $60 per adult. Dinner menu is over $60 per adult. So this is the way to kind of get yourself prepared for how much this kind of experience is going to cost. And it gives you all the information on what that one entails. The Disney Princess Breakfast Adventure gives us that warning that it is not at Napa Rose at the moment. It's in the Trillium Room. This one has pricing down below here, and looks like it is a set price with tax and gratuity not included. Adults are $149 per person. Children are $149 per person, and children are ages 3 to 9. So looks like it doesn't really matter if you're a child or an adult. It's going to be $149 to do that particular breakfast. Goofy's Kitchen. Goofy's Kitchen is a buffet. Meal pricing is $35 to $60 per adult. Brunch menu is over $60. Dinner menu is over $60. And we did a brunch that I believe that our brunch was like $75 per person. And then you need to make tells you you need to make the reservations through the Disneyland app. That's where you can get a better idea of how much something like that costs. So we're going to open the Disneyland app. And from the Disneyland landing page there, we are going to click that hamburger button, which is the 3 lines at the very bottom on the far right side. That takes us to the page where we have these 6 buttons to choose from, and it says My Visit down below. We're going to scroll down till we see Reserve Dining. We're going to click there. We are going to, let's say we've got 4 people that want to go, and we want to go on, let's say we just want to go at the end of the week. We want to go on the 16th. You'll see that it will, once I choose that opening date, it gives me a range, a selectable range. So I can select up to 10 days, I think it is. And so what I'm going to do is, because let's just for argument's sake say we only have the 16th to go. So if I click on the 16th again, it makes my selectable range only that day. So if you've got like a week and you want to look at different things that are available for that week, you can do it through that selectable range. This just helps you really narrow down what it is you're looking for. So we'll click next. What time will you be dining with us? So you can give it a specific time. I do like to just leave the range open for whatever is available. So I'm going to click next. But here is where I'll filter down a little bit more. So under location, where it has all destinations checked, I'm going to click filter search by area, which is right underneath that. And then I can choose. I don't want to be in the parks. I don't want to be in downtown Disney. I just want to be at the Disneyland Resort hotels for this. So I click that and click done. And now what it's going to do is bring up the dining events that happen that day in the Disneyland hotels. And this is where you find those character meet and greet breakfasts, where you'll see that there is a Disney Princess Breakfast Adventure. This is one where it's specific to meeting princesses and princes, I think. And so this is great for a child or a friend or yourself or whoever, if you've got someone in your life that is a fan of Disney princesses and they want the experience of really getting to meet the princess, they will come to your table, you have interactions with them. It's kind of like a guaranteed encounter with these characters. It's a more intimate setting than being in the park and trying to find your favorite princess and wait in line to see them. This doesn't guarantee that you're going to see your favorite princess, but the Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures, if we click on that, we're going to find out that normally this happens in the Napa Rose, in the the Grand Californian Hotel. It's under renovation at the moment. So they are, if you see right there at the very top, it says, please note, Napa Rose is temporarily closed for refurbishment. And during this time, Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures is being held at the Trillium Room in Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa. And then you would choose your time that you want to go. You can add on a celebration cake if you would like. Yeah, so if we continue, it just takes us to a page where we can make the reservation. The other two that we've got available would be Goofy's Kitchen, where it says, it's giving you that information right below it. Goofy's Kitchen, breakfast, character dining. And then if we keep scrolling, there's also Storyteller's Cafe, which is breakfast and character dining. So those are 3 different places that you can have these character dining experiences where you have characters come to your table. You can get pictures taken with them. You can interact with them. My bestie and I did Goofy's Kitchen, which was super fun. So let's choose 11:50. We're going to go to brunch and we're going to take a nice leisurely morning before we get there. Again, you have the celebration cake that you can add on. These are not, they're not like little, they're like cakes. I saw a picture recently of someone with it sitting in front of them and it was like as big as their head. So these are, they're not tiny. Goofy's Kitchen, it's a, what do you call it? It's a buffet. And so you pay X amount of dollars per person. And I think it's like $75 per person. So where I'm talking about how you can have like a Disney experience with you and your party without going into the park that day, it is something to consider. If you've got a lot of people, that price will add up real quick. But going to Disneyland adds up real quick. So, again, I just wanted to show you kind of the possibilities of doing some things maybe on a day off where your kids or yourself can experience these characters and get a meal and still have a grand day at Disney without going into the parks. And on that note, let's go ahead and do a little bit more work on those Valentine ears. We're almost done, pals, so let's take a look. Okay, so I went ahead and decided to do a little bit of work on the patches to make them a little bit more special. So what I've done is I cut out some little triangles so that I could make Mickey a little bow tie. And I'm just going to set this on here to give you an idea before I glue it down. So there, he's got a little sparkly bow tie now. And then I'm going to put a little gold rhinestone, if I can get it off my finger, where his button is on his pants. So he'll have that little bit of sparkle. And then with Daisy, she's got a daisy on her head. With Minnie, I'm going to put these, I've laid it out already. I'm going to put these little pearls that'll match the pearls that are going on the bow, and a little bit of extra bling on her shoes and in the middle of the daisy on her hat there. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and glue these down. I'll just put a little dab on the end of it, or on the back side of it, and then press it into place. Okay, so those are all the little pearls on her dress, and the little red rhinestones to give her a little bit of extra sparkle. Since these ears are so sparkly. And now we'll glue down Mickey's outfit. And this is the kind of glue that, even though it's tacky pretty quickly, we're going to set it aside, and we're not going to actually do anything with these patches until these have completely dried. I usually just let them stay overnight so everything gets tacked down nicely. So there we go. All right, we've been doing a little bit of quick time. Still at 2.2 miles per hour. And we're almost there. Be on our next round, yeah. And there we go, there's our mile. Good job, pals. Okay, pals, once again, we're in my backyard for the outro. So thanks for joining me for 100 days, 100 miles on a $100 treadmill. I'm Tanya. That's my Moai. And I hope to see you back here again tomorrow. Bye, pals. Very, good Lord.